We're gonna head down to Baltimore City, to where it all started at 104 Water Street. Today's a pretty big day. After almost 20 years, we're moving into our very own building. So kind of wanted to go back and walk through the history and maybe gain a little extra appreciation for where we've come. You'll get an idea of the journey. The year was 1998. My girlfriend at the time, now wife, Sandy, was a loan officer. I was in another industry, so we decided to open up our own mortgage brokerage shop. So we started with just Sandy and myself, her sister. I didn't know anything about the mortgage industry. And then once I started to learn the business, it became really, really clear that you are so reliant as a broker on all these other companies. But very quickly the vision changed to, wow, I'd like to see this company be vertically integrated. When I go back and I think about how far this company has come and how long it's been, it's a pretty big deal. So here we're pulling up right now to our old space, 104 Water Street, which is now right here, this green door. I actually have like goosebumps a little bit. So this is 104 Water Street here. This was our very first space that we moved into. We really had no clue where we were going to go from there. We just, we're happy to have space here. This was no elevator, 64 steps. Just, it was an exciting time. We were lean and mean, and never really thought about the fact that we'd one day be doing 700 loans in a month or have 450 employees.
We've all built it together. There's not one individual that is more important than the next, and I think that's so critical. And I think that really speaks to where we are today as a company.
I've seen the company change from a fundamental standpoint, which is from a refinance company to a purchase company. When you're doing a lot of refinances, you're only as good as the previous month. But when we turned the corner and became a company built on relationships, so much changed. So we're going to 1111 Light Street. This was the big step for NFM. It was in, the heart of Federal Hill. What a great place to recruit young people. We very quickly grew from doing 30 to 50 loans a month to doing 100 to 150 loans a month. My favorite movie back then was Field of Dreams, and there's a famous quote that says, if you build it, they will come. But that was essentially the mindset, was let's just build it out, let's take a shot, let's really just go all in on this thing. So this is 1111 Light Street. This was our first really big move where we stepped out and took a real shot. And this was amazing for us. This was chopped up space, but all together it was about 15,000 square feet. And we really grew to the next level here. It was a super young company back then. It was here that I really developed a strong relationship with Jan, because Jan was an account rep with WMC, and he used to walk in here every day and just write down the little pieces of paper on a napkin, like pre-quals for people. And we developed a really great relationship, and here he is now. He's the president of the company.
What Dave has always wanted to build was something that could serve the consumer on a high level and offer the employee a safe environment where they can grow and become successful. We always talk about the NFM culture, but for me, it was about serving other people so that we could put out a great product for the consumer. And so I've always had that passion. What's changed in the mortgage industry has been astronomical. You don't get through that by luck. You get through that because you have the right people in a company grinding and getting through it.
505 Progress Drive was a dream come true. I mean, it was all in the name, Progress Drive. We made a lot of progress during that time. It was like the first time we could piece together all the steps of the mortgage process and say, how would we really like, an office to flow? We really flourished. I mean, no way we make it through the crisis without being in a space like that. And we had a vision, and the vision was that somebody's got to be left when the crumbling stops, because the American dream is still home ownership. So this is 505 Progress Drive. This space here was an absolute game changer. Just from the way the space was laid out, the way that we were able to have everybody see each other and communicate with each other. And with the crash and with moving from refinance to purchase, this space was really integral for us to do that. We're on to our 4th space in 20 years, and the one constant has been our people. Our people are over the top, just incredibly loyal, and leaders amongst themselves. I mean, they're the ones that have made so many process changes within their department. I think one of the things I'm most proud of with NFM is that we've been able to grow, at least at a pace where people have an opportunity to grow within the company and not have to leave. And it's been a joy to watch people come up and move from one position to another, one opportunity to a bigger opportunity.
I've seen this company change in some tremendous ways, both from a personnel standpoint in terms of the caliber of people that are now here, just the level of expertise across the board, just from all the years of evolving.
I think the quality of people that we brought in is just unbelievable, and it continues to get better and better.
So now we're headed to 1190 Winterson, a building that we purchased, which I never really thought that we would do. It's an upgraded space. It's an opportunity to now take everything we learned from 505 Progress, from 1111 Light Street and 104 Water Street, and take it to the next level and build it out the way we want to build it out.
It's more than just a milestone. It really is a place for the employees to be proud of, a place that the employees really earned, and they deserve really the finest spot that we could pick out.
Anytime you put people in a nice environment that they're proud of, they hold themselves to a little bit higher of a level. I think that everyone takes a little more pride in the work they do.
Given the fact that we're getting more technological and we're doing some different things with media, this space has a lot of opportunity to do some new things for us. So from communication to opportunity to do much more robust video, not just for our company, but for our referral partners and for our business partners. I think that's just going to open up a whole nother world for NFM. Okay, so here we are. I mean, this is it. This is 1190 Winterson Road, and this is a building that I never even pictured that we would own a building like this. And when you look up and you see, that sign, and I'm excited to check it out. 20 years, and so let's go see it.
Hey! How you
What's
doing,
going
buddy?
on?
Here it is. Look at this front desk. Unbelievable, isn't it?
Beautiful.
When we designed the building, the one thing we wanted to do was we wanted something where people could feel relaxed, people could feel comfortable, and people could feel like they're working in a fresh space. And that's really what we went after. What are kind of some of the cool things that we could do for the employees?
I think it's really a culmination of a lot of hard work, and it sets a tone of a brand that we're trying to be. It gives a sense of ownership in something you're proud in, and you can really see it in the people as you walk around every day.
So it's very hard to forecast what the future holds, but there's one thing that's true and that you can be sure of, that if you treat your people well, if you do honest business, you're going to be around for a really long time.
It's never a beginning or a start. It's the next generation. So if I were to tell you where is NFM, I'd tell you we're on Gen 6. We're in Generation 6 in our evolution. Where are we going? I don't know where we're going, but I do know this. If we have the right people with us on our journey, we're going to go exactly where we want to go.
It kind of takes you back when you had this little company, just you and a few people when you start out, and all of a sudden now you look up at this 70,000 square foot building and your name is up in lights. Very grateful, really, is the word that comes to mind.